Chapter 2. The awful predicament that we're all facing is that we all need to know that we belong, that we're accepted, and yet we live in a chronically dysregulated society that fails to provide us with the sense of belonging and acceptance that we also desperately need as human beings. Another way of putting it is that we live in a deeply wounded world, and as such, we will constantly be bumping up against people who can be hostile and judgmental and snobby and critical, and sometimes just plain mean. Not because they're bad people, but because hurt people, and judged people judge people, and dysregulated people dysregulate people. It's like a virus. It's like the emotional equivalent of COVID. And sadly, none of us are immune. It is a pandemic. Another way of understanding the loneliness pandemic in Western society could be to perceive it as the pandemic of the dysregulated nervous system. Even the ones we love most in the world will sometimes lose their capacity to see us or to understand us or to be emotionally present and available for us. Not because they don't care about us, but because they're suffering too. And they have their own pile of manure to turn into a lotus flower, which means they simply cannot always be there for us in the way that we need them to be. And sometimes, if they're struggling themselves and they don't have the tools to metabolize their own suffering artfully, then they can really hurt us a lot, like a lot, a lot. And then not only are they hurting and dysregulated, but now we're also hurting and dysregulated. And they've just given us emotional COVID. Or maybe to make it less political, let's just call it the emotional flu. But this is our cue. It's time to go home and self-isolate for a little bit. Since you've all mapped out your own personal fear cycle that we covered in the first course, you can use it to help you signal when it's time for you to stop what you're doing and go home to yourself. So, when you catch yourself behaving in a way that you recognize as being a trauma response from your fear cycle, this is your big red flag telling you to stop what you're doing and go home to yourself. Or when you notice that your body is dysregulated, maybe your chest feels tight or your breathing is shallow, this is your cue to stop what you're doing and go home to yourself. Or maybe you notice that that your head is noisy, that you're constantly worrying or catastrophizing. This is your cue to stop what you're doing and go home to yourself. This is how you put a circuit break in your fear cycle. This is how you find the power to choose how you want to show up in the world. So, reflecting on the conflict that you've been examining, let's imagine that you're still in the thick of it. Maybe you're both angry, maybe you're talking past each other, neither of you are feeling heard, you're both getting more and more frustrated. But somewhere in the midst of all of this turmoil, you have the peace of mind and the courage of heart to stop what you're doing and go home to yourself. This is you crossing the threshold. You've decided to let go of trying to resolve the conflict, of trying to smooth things over, of trying to right the wrong, or trying to explain yourself. You have gone home. But now what do you do? Well, the first thing we do when we go home is that we close all the doors and all the windows. We're turning our attention towards ourselves and we're shutting out the outside world for a little bit. So let's try that now. Breathing in, we're letting go of the idea that things should be any different than what they are, which is at the moment painful and messy. And breathing out, we're letting go of the idea that we should be feeling any different than what we currently are right now. We're letting go of the thought that we shouldn't be suffering. We are suffering, and the suffering belongs. So, this practice of shutting all the windows and all the blinds and all the doors is synonymous with quieting the mind and opening the heart. It also means choosing to let go of our stories or the story that we tell ourselves about why the person did what they did. It means choosing to let go of the blame and the accusations and the shame labels and to just sit with the feelings. So we let go of the doing and the thinking and the analyzing and the blaming, and we let go of the freezing and the fawning and the fighting and the fleeing. And We let go of the storyline that you're holding onto, that this person doesn't care about me, or that I'm inadequate or broken in some way, or that I am unlovable. Whatever your personal narrative might be, let it go. And also let go of your expectation about this situation, that you shouldn't be feeling like this, that this shouldn't have happened, or that he shouldn't have done that. And also let go of your cherished outcome, that this person will understand you, that this person will take accountability or apologize, that this person will see you or respect you or accept you. Let go of all of that. And also let go of your cherished outcome that you will reach this person or heal this person or fix this person or help this person. Let all of that go and give yourself time to feel and heal whatever it is that is underneath the fear or the blame or the anger. We're letting go of our thinking and leaning into our feeling. We're intentionally moving away from our fearful headspace and towards our courageous heart space. And we're transitioning our bodies from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic nervous system.